This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 30610 La Sonora Drive, Malibu, California, 90265. Today is February 25th, 2022. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 4-inch ABS mainline sewer cleanout located at the front of the house, just underneath a brass sewer cover here. This is our 4-inch ABS mainline sewer cleanout here. This goes out towards the front of the property here, and this goes towards our front door. And we're going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down and begin our video sewer inspection. And again, it does appear to be black ABS sewer pipe. We do have a little bit of water running. And as we push out, we just immediately transition to what appears to be vitreous clay. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, we're just going to utilize a little bit of this water to help us push out. We're going to push out slowly. Take a look at that joint, and a little bit of neoprene band exposed in that joint there, but again, nothing major. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And we're just going to push out slowly just so we can take a good look at the joints. And again, as I mentioned, we do have a little bit of water running. What we'll do is we'll push out approximately 50 feet on our camera monitor, and then what we'll do is we'll shut the water down, and we'll pull back and take a good look. We've got a little bit of an offset in this joint here, so we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, a little bit of an offset in that joint there from about the 3 going around to about the 9 o'clock. And again, we're just continuing to push out. And again, we've got a little bit of an offset in this joint from about the 9 o'clock going up and around to about the 3 o'clock. A little bit of neoprene band exposed up the top of the joint. But again, we're going to continue to push out. Again, a little more offset in this joint. What we're going to do is we're just going to pause our mic here, and we're going to push out to approximately 50 feet, approximately 40 feet on our camera monitor. Then what we'll do is we'll pause there for a moment. We'll locate that area. So we're going to go ahead and pause our mic here. So again, I think we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and what we'll do is we'll pull back and take a good look on the way back. We're just going to utilize this water to help us push down the hill. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here. As we continue to push out, it does appear that we're transitioning to what appears to be cast iron sewer pipe. We're just going to push in a little bit more. Actually, we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. We're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area at 2 foot 2 inches deep, and this is just in the driveway as you're approaching the property. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize this water to help us push out. And again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, it does appear that we are in cast iron sewer pipe. The cast iron sewer pipe does appear to have quite a bit of buildup and debris. As you can see, a lot of scaling, a lot of buildup, a lot of debris. And again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Continue to push out. We got a trash truck that just backed up, but we're going to continue to push out. We're dropping down. And again, it does appear that the cast iron sewer pipe does have a large crack in that area there. We're going to pull back just a little bit. As you can see on either side of the cast iron, on the 9 o'clock area, there's a large crack there. And as we pull back just a little bit more, you can see that there's another large crack here on the right around the 3 o'clock area, running along the diameter, around the 3 o'clock area on the cast iron sewer pipe. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Then we're dropping down. Again, we just continue to push out and pause here, pull back a little bit. It does appear that we're transitioning back into what appears to be vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. And again, this is just along our driveway coming up towards the property. And right here, when we transition from our cast iron sewer pipe to vitreous clay sewer pipe, it does appear that we do have another manhole or another clean out cover that's in the road coming up towards the property. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. You can see there right around the 12 o'clock area, you can see the opening. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, we're just going to utilize our water to help us push out and possibly get all the way down to reach our city sewer tie-in. So we're just going to continue to push through. And then again, from there, we can pull back and we'll take a good look at the joints. Another offset in that joint. But again, we'll continue to push out. We'll take a good look on our way back. Okay, again, we're going to continue to push out. It does appear that we're pulling back. Pull back just a little bit. I don't want to get stuck. Okay, we went ahead and pushed out as far as we can, and as you can see, we came to a complete stop at 123 feet 6 inches on our camera monitor. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back just a little bit, and we're going to mark this area. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is just about 3 feet in front of the manhole cover, again, along the road coming up the hill towards the house. And again, we're unable to push past this point, so what we did is we went back and we shut the water down. So we're just going to let the water run down, and then from there we're going to pull back and take a good look. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, it does appear that we are in what appears to be standing water, but again, we probably still have a little bit of residual water running down. So we're going to pull back slowly. Just to try to get a good look to see what's going on in this area. And again, as you can tell, it does appear to be a lot of, as you can see it just in front of us, a lot of root intrusion, a lot of debris, a lot of buildup in that area. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back just a little bit. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, so we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. And again, as you can see, we do have quite a bit of buildup and debris, a lot of root intrusion in this area. See. And again, we're just going to continue to pull back slowly. Again, this is in vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fittings. Again, very difficult to tell the joints in that area, but again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, we've got a little bit of offset in that joint there from about the 7 o'clock area going up to around the 12 o'clock. But again, we'll just continue to pull back. And again, another fairly large offset in this joint here from about the 6 o'clock going up to about the 12 o'clock area. A little bit of neoprene band exposed in that joint. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we're coming up to the next joint here. And again, that joint there as well, we do got a little bit of an offset in that joint from about the 6 o'clock going up to 12 o'clock. And again, a little bit of the neoprene band coming through that joint. So again, we're going to continue to pull back. And again, this is in our driveway. This is on the road approaching the house, just before you get to the driveway of the house. And again, we're pull back just a little bit. We do have a fairly large offset in this joint here. As you can see, this had shifted from about the 3 o'clock all the way up to around the 9 o'clock area.
And you got water sitting there.
Yeah. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. So again, another offset in that joint there from about the 10 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 5 o'clock area. And again, this is coming again back up towards the property and again on the common road. So again, we're continue to pull back. And again, another offset in that joint there from about the 8 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. So we do have multiple large offsets in the vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fittings, and then unfortunately we were unable to get past 126 feet on the camera monitors due to possibly a large root intrusion in that area or a large obstruction. And again, another offset in this joint as well. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and another large offset. A little bit of debris and buildup in this area. We are transitioning back into our cast iron sewer line, and as you can see right around the 12 o'clock area in the vitreous clay, there is an opening there, and that is our clean out, which is down on the common road. So again, we're going to continue to pull back, and we are in our cast iron sewer pipe. And again, as we pull back, we're going to pull back slowly. We do have some cracks in our cast iron sewer line. So again, we're going to continue to pull back. Again, quite a bit of buildup, debris. Yeah, again, as you can see, pull back just a little bit. As you can see, right around the 3 o'clock area, it does appear that there's a section of cast iron sewer pipe that is missing. And that is a joint in our cast iron. But again, we're just going to continue to pull back slowly. And again, as you can see right around the 9 o'clock area, you can see that we do have a fairly large crack in our cast iron. Let me pause here. So again, we'll just go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. And again, as we pull back slowly, you can see that we still do have a crack along the 9 o'clock area on the cast iron sewer pipe. So again, we're going to continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, you can see now we do have a crack on around the 3 o'clock area on the cast iron sewer pipe. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. You can see in this area here, which fairly larger crack in this area. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, you can see that we do have a fairly large crack in our cast iron sewer line there, right around the 3 o'clock area.
Oh, awesome. 30610.
So we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back.
And when you go up La Sonora, go to the end on the right.
And again, a lot of buildup, a lot of debris in this cast iron sewer line, plus fairly large cracks in the cast iron sewer line. Again, right around the 3 o'clock area, we do have some more cracks. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we did mark these areas on the way out. So we did mark our transitions. So again, we continue to pull back. We'll pull back slowly. Again, we just continue to pull back. And again, more buildup, more debris. And again, as you can see here, we do have an opening there at the top. So we're going to pause here for a moment. We do have an opening, what appears to be an opening from our what appeared to be vitreous clay sewer line to cast iron sewer line, and we'll just pull back just a little bit. You can see that there's possibly an opening in that area. You can see the amount of buildup and scaling and stuff in that area. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and again, it is a accessible clean out here along the driveway. So we're just gonna pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area, and again, we did mark it at 2 foot 2 inches deep, and this is what appears to be our transition from vitreous clay sewer line to cast iron sewer line. But as we pull back slowly, we do have the water run down now, so it does appear to be possibly a short section of black ABS sewer pipe. And again, that section is probably approximately a foot and a half long. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and again, we're pulling back into vitreous clay, and in this area here, it does appear that we do have a fairly large offset from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, another fairly large offset in this joint here as we pull back just a little bit right there. As you can see, another fairly large offset in this joint as well. So again, we're going to go ahead and pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, a little bit of offset in that joint there, but we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, a little bit of an offset in that joint as well from the 6 o'clock all the way up to about the 12 o'clock area. So again, we just continue to pull back. Making a little bit of a turn. And again, a little bit of offset in that joint there. We make a little bit of a turn. You can see a little bit of neoprene band in that joint as well. So we're going to continue to pull back. Let me pause there. Pause there for a moment. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, we made a little bit of a turn. As we pull back, you can see that we do have another large offset in that area there from about the 9 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. And it does appear that we're back graded a little bit, so we're holding a little bit of water in this area. So again, we're going to pull back, and again, you can see we're back graded a little bit, holding a little bit of water in this area. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Continue to pull back. And again, a little bit of offset in that joint as well. So again, most of the vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fitting does appear to have multiple offsets. Some neoprene bands exposed in the joints, and a little bit of back grading, holding a little bit of water in certain areas. So again, another offset in that joint there. But again, we're just going to continue to pull back. And again, another large offset in that joint there from about the 3 o'clock to the 9 o'clock area. And again, holding a little bit of water. Again, we're going to continue to pull back. And again, we're making a little bit of a turn. And a little bit of offset there in our transition from our black ABS sewer pipe to vitreous clay sewer piping. And again, we make a little bit of a turn and we come up and out of our clean out. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.